Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Old Coins Market. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button because today we're diving deep into something you might have in your pocket right now that could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. We're talking about the 1999 P. Roosevelt dime. That's right, a 10-cent coin that could be hiding a small fortune. You don't want to miss this. Grab your coin jars and magnifying glasses because we're about to uncover the secrets of one of the most surprising coins in recent U.S. history. What if I told you that a single dime, yes, that little silver-colored coin that most people overlook, could be worth more than your entire wallet? You might think it's just another ordinary piece of change. But in the world of numismatics, the 1999 P. Roosevelt dime holds mysteries, history, and value far beyond its face. And guess what? If yours has a certain detail, it could turn into serious cash. So let's start from the beginning. The Roosevelt dime has been around since 1946, introduced to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who passed away in 1945. Designed by John R. Sinek, this dime has remained mostly the same in design for decades. But every once in a while, a minting year throws a curveball. And 1999 was one of those years. That year, the Philadelphia Mint struck millions of dimes. But within that enormous production run, a few coins came out different. A few were struck with anomalies. Some had strange doubling. Others had issues with the planchet, the blank piece of metal used to create the coin. And then there are those that collectors are constantly hunting for, the rare errors and varieties that can turn 10 cents into hundreds or thousands of dollars. But let's slow down. What exactly are collectors looking for? And how can you tell if your 1999 dime is one of the rare ones? Now here's something that throws a lot of people off. On every Roosevelt dime, you'll find two tiny initials, J and S. Those stand for John Sinek, the designer. They're located at the base of Roosevelt's neck. Every genuine Roosevelt dime since 1946 has those initials. But here's the interesting part. Some people confuse those tiny letters for errors or think they're rare. In reality, they're not rare by themselves. But what is rare is the condition in which they appear. Some 1999 P dimes have ultra-sharp initials, and if the strike is flawless, those tiny letters can help prove that the coin is in a high-grade, potentially valuable condition. Combine that with certain mint errors, and you've got something special on your hands. Let's talk about errors, because this is where the real money is. Some 1999 P dimes have been discovered with off-center strikes, meaning the coin was not aligned correctly when struck, leaving part of the design missing. These can sell for $50, $100, or more depending on how dramatic the error is. Then there are double die errors where the coin design appears to be doubled, usually noticeable in the letters or numbers. While there is no widely recognized major double die for the 1999 P dime, even minor doubling or die clashes can make the coin desirable for collectors. And don't forget about planchet errors like coins struck on a penny blank or nickel planchet. Imagine finding a silver-looking dime that weighs less or more than it should. That kind of error? Jackpot. So, how do you know if your dime is worth more than 10 cents? First, you'll want to inspect it closely, and I mean really closely. Use a jeweler's loupe or a strong magnifying glass. Look for the following. 1. Is the strike sharp and clear? A well-struck coin can be worth grading. 2. Any doubling in the letters, Liberty, the date, or In God We Trust. 3. Look for off-center strikes or anything that looks like it wasn't meant to be there. 4. Weigh your dime. A standard dime should weigh 2.27 grams. Anything off that mark could mean you've got an error coin. Once you've checked all that, consider sending your dime to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. If they give it a high grade, especially MS-68 or MS-69, it could dramatically raise the coin's value. Now let's talk numbers. What is a 1999 P. Roosevelt dime really worth today? A regular circulated one, the kind you find in pocket change, is probably worth just 10 cents. But a flawless, high-grade 1999 P dime? Those have sold for $150, $300, even close to $1,000 at auction, depending on the condition and demand. Rare error versions? Even more. Off-center strikes and double strikes have been listed on eBay and heritage auctions for hundreds of dollars. In fact, a few 1999 Roosevelt dimes graded MS-68 with full bands, which means the horizontal lines on the torch are completely visible and unbroken, have fetched huge premiums. And don't forget, the market is always shifting. With inflation, collector interest, and online marketplaces like eBay and whatnot growing fast, coin values continue to rise, especially for high-quality or error coins. Here's the bottom line: if you're just throwing your change into a jar, you could be missing out. That one dime, that little coin that nobody looks at, could be a hidden treasure. Check every coin that passes through your hands. Look at garage sales, coin rolls from the bank, or even vending machine change. The 1999 P. Roosevelt dime may be common in numbers, but the rare ones are still out there. Also, keep an eye on coin forums and collector groups. Sometimes people don't know what they have, and that's your opportunity to spot a winner. So now you know the 1999 P. Roosevelt dime isn't just pocket change. It's a window into history, a piece of collectible art, and potentially a small fortune in disguise. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin, or if you're going to start checking your dimes more carefully. And hey, if this video helped you out, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and share it with someone who loves a good treasure hunt. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy collecting.